Hi Taurus, this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Taurus, in today's reading, I'm going to give you two of the Denise Lynn Oracle cards, do your reading, and then clarify it. So let us get started. All right, Taurus, so I hope you take what resonates with you and leave the rest, okay? Two cards for Taurus for their highest good spirit. On my card, wow, nice. All right, so they say, journey by moonlight, believe in magic. Yes, definitely, you know, believe in miracles, believe in like something can actually come true, okay? Believe in that, believe in miracles and, you know, be hopeful, you know, have your faith, you know, believe that everything is going to fall into place, okay, you guys? Really believe that. I feel like, oh, I'm not feel, but this card says traveling lightly, simplify your life. Definitely. Really simplify your life. Make it easier. You know, stop making it so hard for yourself. Just do what you got to do and just keep going forward. Okay, make it simple. You don't need to take anybody's luggage or baggage with you. You just got to do for you. Okay. Wow. All right. So So Taurus, take what resonates with you, Taurus, and leave the rest. This is for Taurus. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. All right, Taurus. One for the current. This is for Taurus. One for the situation. One for for the past or now. My goodness. One for the what's hidden. One for the hopes and the fears. One for what you need to do now. What you need to work on. And the outcome. Wow. Okay. All right, so you have the Queen of Swords for the end of the tarot cards. The tarot and the ending. You really need to start speaking what's on your mind, okay? Really start speaking your truth and what's on your mind. Really stand strong. Speak your truth about things, you guys. Really speak your truth about everything. There is a new beginning here. New path for you. All right, so, oh, there it is. The Eight of Cups here. There's a new path here that you're going on. I feel like also, too, that a lot of you guys could be going on a spiritual journey. So remember that. So I do feel like you're leaving an obstacle behind, or you're leaving something. You're going on a different path. You do have the Tower card for the situation. Changes are going to come in. Sudden changes that you didn't expect. A lot has changed for you. The Eight of Wands is here for the hopes and fear. I mean, for the past or now. I do believe it's now. Things are going to start moving very fast for you. Things are going to start moving very fast for you. There's going to be unexpected news coming in, and I feel like you're definitely moving forward towards something better. So it's good. This is nice. And what's hidden, things are going to balance out for you. There's a truth that you have to see here or speak about. There's definitely some kind of truth here. Definitely. You have the Page of Pentacles here. I feel like you've learned a lot from a lot of things, and I feel like there's financial opportunities. Also feel like there's messages coming in. There's a message coming in for you. Big message. Also feel like there could be some kind of financial opportunity also coming in. Use your finances wisely, Taurus. Then you have the Three of Swords here for the Three of Swords for what you need to do now. I feel like you're very emotional. You've been emotional, been thinking about a lot. You know, you've also been hurt. Some of you guys have been very hurt about something, but we'll see. You have the Knight of Pentacles here. You know, I feel like you're going to be able to make decisions, you know, be very, because you're trying to establish yourself in some kind of way. I do feel like you're trying to create that strong foundation for yourself, and I do feel like you're going to be able to make wise decisions, especially on your finances. So really be careful on that, okay? Then you have the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Wands is saying that this is for the outcome, and I do believe that you're moving forward from all of this. You know, you've been feeling stuck, you've been feeling tired, you know, you're very overwhelmed with a lot of things that have been going on, in your life. And I do feel like you are going to be moving forward, no matter what. Okay. Wow. All right. So let's see what's going on for you, Taurus. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is for Taurus. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. The Eight of Cups. Why is the Eight of Cups here? Wow. All right. So you do have the Eight of Cups here. The Eight of Cups is talking about that you're leaving onto a different path. You're definitely moving on to a different path. But, really believe that you're going to be on this path and everything's going to fall into place for you, okay? And I feel like a lot of you guys are also on a spiritual journey. Not everybody, but some of you guys are, and I feel like you're just exploring that spiritual journey. You're very tired. You're very overwhelmed with everything that's been going on. You've been hurt. You've been frustrated. You've been carrying everything on your shoulders. But sometimes you feel like you even feel like giving up at times. But don't. Okay, just keep pushing forward and don't give up. The Temperance card is here, and they're asking you to keep everything balanced. Especially your mind, your physical body and your mind. Keep them balanced, really start taking care of yourself better. Really try to make time for yourself instead of work, and not doing anything, being busy all the time. Really try to keep everything balanced, okay? They want you to be calm about things and find your patience and just really, you are on this path. This is the path that you're supposed to be on also, Taurus, so just know that. And I feel like you are very divinely guided. Also, you did know you are. You have the Tower card here. And why is the Tower card here for the situation? One more card. Oh, wow. Wow. All right. So, there's a lot of change that you're going to go through. There's a lot of change. A lot of change. You do have the Seven of Swords here. And you have the Wheel of Fortune here also. I feel like at times, there are times that sometimes you feel like you have been like betrayed, or, you feel like, things have just been going wrong, like maybe there are times also too that you don't feel, you haven't been honest with yourself, or really not caring about anything. I feel like there are times that you really don't care, about everything that's going on. I feel like you need to. Okay, I feel like you're in that mode right now where you're like, okay, well, this happened, so what, that kind of thing. But I feel like you really need to look at things differently, because this betrayal right here, whatever it is, whatever you have been going through, I feel like it's gonna be gone and ending, because you do have the Wheel of Fortune. When you get the Wheel of Fortune, something comes to a close. Something is closing, because not only that, but you have a lot of changes that are coming in. So I feel like whatever it is, whatever it was, lies, deceit, cheating, whatever, it could have been anything, whatever it is that you've been going through, it's going to come to a close. I feel like also too that, you're really wanting to experience new experiences. Like you want something different. You don't want to stay in the same place. You don't want to be in the same mode all the time, because you want something different, and you're wanting something new to come in also. Wow. There's going to be a lot of change, you guys. Be expected. You do have, for the pastor now, I do believe that this is now, things are going to start moving very fast on you. I do feel like there's some kind of message coming in for you, and I feel like you're going through a lot of changes. There's a lot of changes to be expected, and they're still coming in. So just know that. You do have the Justice card up here for what's hidden. Why is the Justice here? Wow, see? Told you it was now. This is now, right? Because you also got it here. Again. Here. On this one. So it's good. You've been feeling very overwhelmed with a lot. Whatever it was. Whatever you've been going through. The betrayal, the deceit, the cheating. Whatever it was. You're going through something. Because you're so emotional. Maybe you need to speak your truth now. Maybe there's a truth that you had to see. There's a truth that you need to speak about, something like that. There's something there because, you carry a lot on you. You carry a lot of load on you. You're trying to do everything for everybody. You're trying to really be the one that carries it. You don't want anybody else to carry it, but you need to start setting boundaries, because you're very overwhelmed. You're very overwhelmed. And I feel like things are going to balance out for you. I feel like things are going to change. I feel like you are not going to do this anymore because I do feel like you're going to see something, some kind of truth or something here. I feel like things are going to balance out for you. And I feel like you need to really speak your truth about things also. Whatever it is, start speaking about it. Speak your mind about what's going on. You need to stand up to do that. Like I said, there's going to be messages coming in. And I feel like something about the messages is going to lead you to speaking the truth. Okay. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of change coming in, a lot of unexpected change coming in also. Wow. And things are going to start moving like that very quickly. So just remember that, know that. You have the Page of Pentacles down here for the hopes and the fears. Wow. Okay. So you start off with the Page of Pentacles here. The Page of Pentacles is talking about like financial opportunities. You could also be learning something new or wanting to learn something new, or maybe you're interested in doing something different. There is messages coming in. Wow, there is a big message here coming in. I feel like you've learned a lot and you've seen a lot also with this. And I feel like you want something long term, other than what you've been through. I feel like you're wanting to make some kind of plan. You have plans, but you're not really saying anything about it to anybody. And then I feel like you're keeping it to yourself, because you already know what you want. You've been reviewing everything, looking at everything twice, remembering everything that has happened. You're just going through it, and I feel like you are going to really start making plans, like putting these plans in order, like moving them forward. Wow. And then you have the Three of Swords. Why is the Three of Swords here? One more card. Wow. There is a truth here that you found out or you're going to speak about. So beware of that. You start off with the Three of Swords, and the Three of Swords is talking about being very sad, being very hurt. You very emotional. This could be some kind of heartbreak that's coming in, or a grief, whatever it is. It's something's going to come in and make your emotions go very high. It could be that there is a truth coming in also, that there is a truth that you had to hear or you had to see, or something like that is coming in. It's going to bring your emotions really high, so just be prepared for that. You do have the Ace of Swords here. I feel like there's going to be a lot of breakthroughs for you. I feel like you're going to have clarity and understand everything that has been happening in your life and why. Also feel like you've been working very hard to reach that material success, and you will reach it. Just give yourself some time though, okay? Because you will. All your efforts are going to pay off. Just if you don't think so, they're asking you to believe that it will, okay? Because that's how you bring it in, by believing. You do have the King of Pentacles here. And why is the King of Pentacles here for Taurus? Wow. Okay. So the King of Pentacles is here, and they're talking about, your finances. Really be careful with your finances, you guys. Really make good decisions with them. I feel like you need to really be careful with them and use them wisely, okay? I feel like also, too, that a lot of things have changed for you. Maybe something has come to an end in your life and you have to make some kind of decision, especially about your finances. Because you do have the Death card here. When we have the Death card, it's like there's big change coming in. A big transition. Like you're not doing the same things that you used to do, or it's not the same anymore. And I feel like that's here. And I also feel like for some of you guys, you could have lost your something about your finances. I also feel like maybe you made a wrong decision, or you invested in something that wasn't right, something like that. They're asking you to really, oh, okay. Also, to a lot of you guys are manifesting a lot of abundance here. So, um, you have, you Taurus are very hard worker. Your efforts are going to pay off. They will. You're going to see the results of it. Trust me, you will. You do have the Magician card here, and the one thing that they want you to do is think positive in everything. Believe that you're going to receive what you want, but you need to believe. You need to be positive. You need to be, switch your mindset to know that, hey, everything's going to fall into place. I'm going to get what I want. I'm going to do what I need to do to get what I want. That kind of attitude. Don't be the negative, because remember, we create the world that we live in. If we go walking around saying, well, I'm never going to do this, I'm never going to get money, I'm not going to find a job, I'm not pretty, I'm not handsome, whatever, you're going to think like that. You need to shift your mindset to being positive, to thinking, hey, I know this is going to come in, I know this is going to fall into place. I know I'm going to get that job. I know I'm going to get that opportunity. Because if you don't do it that way, and think negative, then you're going to lose out. Okay, because they're saying there's going to be opportunities for you, financial opportunities for you, but you need to change your mindset. Okay, to positive, to be positive. You also have the 9 of Wands, and why is the 9? Oh my goodness! Wow. See, something has come to a big ending. You also came into your own reading, Taurus. So you do have the 9 of Wands here. The 9 of Wands, you're tired, you're frustrated. You've been trying to do everything you can, even though you've been hurt, you've been betrayed, you've been, you felt like, everything has come to an end, whatever it is, you still push forward, and you will, okay? You will push forward no matter what. There's an ending here. Definitely an ending. Remember, I told you there's something came to an end. It could have been your finances, or just something that has come to an end. So just know that. Whatever it is, whatever's going to leave you stressed out and emotional, it's going to come to an end. Okay, something's coming to an end. And when you get the 10 of Swords, it always goes back to the Ace of Swords. So you're going to go forward from this. Okay, no matter what, you will. But you need to believe that everything's going to work out for you. Everything's going to fall into place for you. Okay, just do what you have to do and move forward. Simplify your life. Just live in the moment. Just do it day by day. Think positive. Don't look back on the deceit. Don't look back on this negative things that have happened. Just move forward from that. That's what they want you to do. You have the Hierophant here, and the Hierophant says that, you need to go within. You're looking for answers. You're asking yourself why and how come and what's going on, and stuff like that. And I feel like you're looking at a lot of traditional values, a lot of spiritual values, a lot of morals. You're looking at all that. And I feel like you will find your answers, but you also need to start speaking your truth about things, about what you're thinking, about how everything is going on. You start standing up for yourself and speaking up about speaking your truth. Because there's going to be a lot of change here. And I already see it. You have this 8 of Wands here twice. You even have a Tower card here. So there's going to be a lot of change. So expect it. All right, Taurus. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will definitely see you next time. God bless.